Bush breakfast again. We woke up in the Kgalagadi Transfrontier Park, still at the Botswana side, but the plan is to go in the next days towards the South African side. So that means we are on our last days in Botswana and we feel a bit sad about that. And I'm sure we're gonna come back. More vastness, more beauty, but also denser bush and fewer animal sightings. It's scorching, so we're grateful for the A-frames at the campsites, a definite upgrade from the central Kalahari. Ella, Ella! Ella, Ella! It's our bread! I'm afraid people have been feeding you. Oh, you're way too used to people. I am Celine, and this is Benjamin. We are traveling the world with our Toyota Land Cruiser. After completing the first leg of our journey through Europe and the Middle East, the next chapter is Africa. We have been driving around a bit this morning in the Kgalagadi Transfrontier Park. We didn't see that much, but we're getting spoiled, of course. But the density of animals is definitely lower than in the central Kalahari even, which we were not expecting, but it is what it is. We had a good afternoon here. Here the campsites are equipped with like these A-frame, which is perfect as we have some shade now. And we are currently preparing for our Christmas Eve meal. It's not that much different of our usual braai in the bush, but we did found chips with truffle and we bought ourselves a nice T-bone stick and some sausage made of oryx meat, which will be something to try out because we have never tasted this. Yeah, it's not like the supermarket in the little town where we did our grocery shopping. It has like a Christmas deli assortment. So yeah, this is what we have for Christmas. And a sausage that just went into the flames. Ta-da!
Cheers!
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas. Rum and Coke, the best. Under the mistletoe. Under the sausage you always have to kiss.
Under the oryx sausage. They're good, by the way.
Cheers!
Feliz Navidad! So we had our Christmas dinner. Everything was finished, cleaned, we did the dishes. It got dark and then we decided to just sit a bit around the fire with a glass of wine before we go to bed. There were some cries in the bushes and Benjamin was saying like, oh, it's some kind of bird. And I already said like, birds don't really make cries in the night. But okay, we were quite relaxed. And suddenly we heard another noise and Benjamin took the flashlight and around how far from us? 4 meters? 3-4 meters. He said, oh my god, there's a leopard. So we were not far from the car. I didn't see it, he saw it clearly. We just went slowly to my door. We both went in one side now we're in our car. We still have some stuff outside, doesn't matter. We try to locate it somewhere around us, but we cannot see it anymore. So it's very exciting. So we waited a bit. We didn't hear any cries anymore. We couldn't see anything with the flashlight around us. So we took the chance and took our stuff outside, took everything inside. We did a quick push toilet. We brushed our teeth from the side of the car, and now we're safely inside. We think it was as startled by us as we were by it. And Benjamin said it wasn't really like crawling towards us, it was like passing next to us, and then it got the flashlight and it was also like so yeah, all fine. We put on the trap cam, maybe it comes back in the night, we will see. We were, the people who are camping next to us said like the previous night they heard the leopard call all night long, and we're like, leopard call? How does a leopard call sound? Well, now we know. After our evening leopard encounter, we woke up early this morning to go for a game drive, try to find it. We still heard it this morning when we were waking up. We didn't see it anymore, but we saw something else. Het is cheetah. We couldn't see it for a long time, but we could clearly see it was a cheetah. So now there's this feeling of disappointment. Now there's this little feeling of disappointment that we couldn't see it better. Just be happy that we saw it. Today is the day of the big cats. Look at these 5 lions. We left early this morning, but we didn't reach these lions very early because along the way, a really big coincidence, we meet other people from Belgium that we have met a few years ago on some kind of overlanding event. Yeah, so they have the same car as us, the same, they bought it at the same workshop, and we kept a bit in touch through Facebook. They come to the Kgalagadi area every year for months in a row, but we didn't knew they were here now. So just along the road we passed them. Really, it's such a coincidence, but very nice. And we ended up solving one of our problems, because in a few days we plan to drive to the South African side, and because of the holidays everything is full there, and they have a booking in a campsite and they invited us to join us then. So really good news. Oh, my audience is looking at us. Bravo. My screen is too small for the lion. On a pose for a family picture. The sun is getting very high, so there's not much shade left. Managed to all squeeze in. There are definitely taller trees here, but they like this one.
So yesterday we were sitting here
at the fire, glass of wine. I took my flashlight, and here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps. Here there are tracks, and I saw it around here, looking like this, and then it wandered off, and you see the tracks going that direction. So it's 3 meters, but there are even tracks this close. So, but when we saw it, it seemed a bit more here. So, this distance.
We now know that the earlier tracks that we saw were not from a leopard but from a hyena. So leopard tracks are a bit more difficult to see, but these are the ones. We just had a nice time following this lioness and her three cubs. We could follow them quite a long time along the road. She was calling, there's another female, but we didn't see the meetup, and now we have to rush back to camp. Tonight we're invited to camp at the same camp of a South African family, and we're gonna cry together. And yesterday that family had both a leopard and this lioness, a second lioness, and the 3 cubs in their camp. So let's see what it brings tonight. No nightly visitors this time, but we did run into 2 familiar faces. Who do we see here in the middle of the bush? It's El Toyo Loco!
Yeah! Botswana!
And they brought something!
Muscat.
Muscat, a good South African muscat.
Ice cubes!
And ice cubes!
Who cares about the muscat? There's ice cubes!
We are driving between the Mabuasehube sector of the Central Kgalagadi Transfrontier Park at Botswana side, and the real Transfrontier, where you are flirting with the border between Botswana and South Africa. And we managed to meet along the way our friends Marho and Nico, whom we met earlier along this trip. They were coming from South Africa, we are going into South Africa. So it was a bit of an old school meeting a few days ago when we still had internet reception. We said, okay, on the 27th we will meet at this camp. No timings, we couldn't warn each other if something went wrong, but just like be there at that time, and not at that time, at that day. And with about half an hour difference we both arrived to the same spot, which was cool. We spent a nice afternoon chatting together, and now we are on our own again, heading towards South Africa. The road between the 2 sections is sandy and bumpy. Always looks smoother from a distance, though the black smoke might give away the struggle. This dry riverbed is the border between Botswana and South Africa, so now we are officially in South Africa. We have reached it from Belgium to South Africa.
Almost south, not completely.
We're not, I was saying we're officially in South Africa, but in our documents we're not yet in South Africa. That will be for tomorrow or the day after. The park is really on the border of the 2 countries, so we still have a little bit more explorations to do before we officially enter with our passport into South Africa. It's probably our final night in the bush for a while. Technically we're exploring the South African side of the park, but we are staying on the Botswana side. And the Botswana camps, they are all unfenced, so we still have the final excitement that something might walk into our camp. We're sharing the camp with Fanny and Peter, the Belgians that we met 2 years ago, and now coincidentally we met them again. And tomorrow we had towards the exit of the park. So final night, let's enjoy it. Woke up early with Fanny and Peter. They're experts in this area, and the first thing we see is one of these beautiful male Kalahari lions. But we saw tracks of another lion, and we're now following them, and we found the female. Her paws are bloody. She has eaten. There might be more wildlife on this side of the park, but with just 2 roads to explore and more travelers around, the Botswana side felt wilder, more private. Last hours in Kgalagadi Park with biltong and rum coke, and we were hoping to see a leopard and a cub, which she is hiding in a cave. We were tipped the location, but she didn't came, and they're quite strict here on the park closing times, so we now have to rush to the gate. We already did our customs and immigration this afternoon, so officially we are now in South Africa. Let the new adventures begin. We look forward to some hiking, some wine tasting, some cooler temperatures, lots of biltong, lots of South African wine. Will be good. We are ready for New Year's! We immediately dive into the pleasures of South Africa before we set off to drive the Namakwa Eco Trail. It's hot, and there are a few challenges. Whoa! But once again, we're in good company.